Alright, yo, so what's good, world? ADMT.TV. Today we're here with my man Cornelius. What's good?
What's good, man? How you doing?
Alright. You know, for the people that don't know why we laughing, man, you know, you're just an inspiring dude. You're just an inspiring dude, man. Definitely, I tell you, man, I'm waiting for the book to come out because I think you got a lot to say, man. So, man, what have you been up to and what is your day like, you know, on the day-to-day?
Well, a lot of work, of course, a lot of illustration. Doing some illustration work for a few of my rapper friends, and putting together some music videos for a young man named Z-Dub, and doing a lot of editorial work. I'm running a site called boomboxlife.com, so I'm the creative director for that site. So all of the graphics involved and anything we do there, we have a lot on the back end that we're trying to get ready for the 2015 season. So we have the clothing line, and then I still have Cornel1000.com that I'm running and selling all of that stuff. So yeah, Cornel1000.
Okay, what is that about? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Cornel1000.com is my personal website with all of my prints and original pieces that I have available to the public. And I also have a blog that lets you know what I'm up to in the near future or what projects I'm working on at the time. I try my best to keep it kind of middle of the road as far as my commentary on current events. But you know, like you said before, like I can tell a story, so I always add in like any kind of personal relation I have to that topic at the time. But I'm always involved in something hip hop. It's in my blood, so urban culture. It's boomboxlife.com. We have a clothing line. We really exemplify the things that are going on in hip hop. There are many forms of culture and music in our American culture that never seem to change, but hip hop is one of those cultures and industry genres that people want to retard. They want to change it. They want to manipulate it and make it a different style because they may not fit into a traditional version of it. Instead of making hip hop theirs and expressing what hip hop means to them, they want to change it and make it into drum and bass or, you know, something else completely separate from hip hop. Boomboxlife.com and Cornel1000.com, we really work at kind of keeping the focus on hip hop. So that's what we've been up to with those two websites.
All right, I know you're always a guy that, you know, likes about the whole Clippers situation, you know, with the Clippers owners. What's your take on that?
One, in my personal opinion, I think that it was more of an embarrassment to him as a person. For this day and age, for you to have that many people that look up to your organization, that many people of color that look up to your organization, it was just a foolhardy move to speak any kind of feelings like that aloud, let alone to someone of another color, let alone in the personal position that he holds in society. He's held to a higher regard because he has so many people that work for him of color, though it did not surprise me. I've met many millionaires and many people of power that feel that way, that feel that people of color somehow diminish your status as you move on in corporate America. So his feelings didn't surprise me, though I was surprised for him to be as smart of a businessman he was to fall for the trap that he fell for with the woman. So
do you feel that now with again, man, you got some great work on display. Do you feel now, you know, and I'm sure before people were noticing it, do you feel now, you know, more people are paying attention to Cornelius and what he's doing?
I'm from the graffiti scene, so we always shied away from the attention because, you know, the attention brought, you know, the police to whatever we were doing as far as graffiti work as murals. So with the attention that comes from the 17 art show and some of the illustrations that I've been doing lately, the attention is new. I've never shied away from the attention, but it is definitely new and it takes a bit to get used to. I've always been a shy person and kind of soft-spoken and kind of introspective in a lot of the things that I do, as most artists are. It's just getting used to the public coming and wanting to see more and kind of wanting to know my thought process and how I got started and things like that. That's always new for me. So
I'm gonna put you on the spot for a minute, man, because like I said, man, people that don't know you, you always telling, you always got an intriguing story. So I'm gonna throw one at you, see if you can give me something. As far as art, what could you tell us your craziest art story? As far as something that came out that people know, because like I said, man, for the people that don't know, you definitely a intriguing guy, man. You always got a great story to tell.
Probably the most intriguing one would be, I was doing commercials for Puma, and they had sent me to Asia to cover the FIFA soccer tournament that was going on over there. Yao Ming was coming out of China, and I was living in China doing the commercials. And I remember the Asian culture, or the Asian part of my experience was, I thought they were all kind of world knowing and they knew a lot about, the rest of the world, America and everything like that. But when I got there, the only African American male that they knew was Shaquille O'Neal. So everywhere I would go, they would call me Shaquille O'Neal. So I'm there doing the pieces for Puma and stuff like that, and I would call and order like room service, or I would call and order something, and they would ignore me. They were completely looking around for Shaquille O'Neal. Like, they would walk right on by me. I know that was my tray, but they would walk right on by me, and I'm like, that's mine. They're like, no, it's Shaquille O'Neal, it's Shaquille O'Neal. And they would like ignore me. They would like come up to my room and like walk away. So I would like go hours and hours without eating, because like no one could identify me as Cornel or Cornelius. They all thought I was Shaquille O'Neal. And then when they got to me, it wasn't, so they kept looking for him. But that was probably the craziest thing. Like, and I worked for like 4 days straight with no sleep. And like we were working on like the 11th floor, so I had to keep leaving the 11th floor, going down to the kitchen to get food and bring it back up to where I was, because they couldn't identify me as the individual. They kept saying I was Shaquille O'Neal. So that was probably the craziest thing that happened to me as far as art. But the graffiti side, there's all kinds of things that I can't cop to. Statute of limitations may not have run out yet, so I can't cop to any of that stuff. But yeah,
that's what's up.
Look for the book.
For the people that don't know, how did you get started in the art?
Oh man, well, what got me started? Shout out to Daryl Dublin. We were in the 4th grade, and I don't have any artists in my family before me, nor in my vicinity as I was coming up. And I remember walking up to Daryl Dublin during free time in the 4th grade, and I was like, that guy never plays with the Legos, or he never comes outside. All he does is sit at his desk and draw. So I snuck up behind him one day, and I looked over his shoulder, and he was drawing sneakers and graffiti. And he was doing it with such ease that he just looked like he was at peace. And I remember the pictures were so beautiful that I remember saying to myself that I want to do what he is doing. I want to create the stuff that this young man is creating. And ever since that day, I've been chasing it. I've been chasing for that peace of mind that he had in 4th grade at that desk. So, that's what got me started. Trying to be like him or better than him. That's what's been, my inspiration, and that's what got me started. Shout out to Daryl Dublin. Find me at www.canil1000.com. That's www.canil1000.com. You can also find us at boomboxlife.com. And you can reach me on Instagram at CANIL1K, Cornel1K. So,
that's what's up, man. Yo, it's always a pleasure talking to you. My man Cornelius, ADMT.TV. What's good, world?